So what are Fiesta peppers? Fiesta peppers is actually a collection of a lot of pepper varieties that you can get in a single seed packet. So as you can see here, we have sown all these pepper seeds in a whiskey barrel container, and while planting them, you don't know what pepper type it's going to produce, but we will soon find the details out. So after about a week of planting, the plants have really taken off. As you can see, they're growing pretty well. In one whiskey barrel container, I'm growing 6 of these peppers. Now, you might think that would be a little crowded, but spacing out peppers actually just helps you ease the harvest. It makes no difference whatsoever to the plants growing. So about 1 month later, you can see that the pepper plants have started growing pretty well. There is one plant that is standing tall. You'll soon find out what pepper variety that is. And the potting mix that I have used to grow these peppers is actually one of the most economical potting mixes. There's a flower right there, which is soon gonna produce peppers. So coming back to the potting mix, the one that I used is a potting mix by Miracle Grow. Miracle Grow has both synthetic as well as organic potting mixes, so you can use the one that you like. It's actually of a very high quality. The ingredients are top notch, and you'll be very happy with the results as well. Now, if you're concerned about what kind of potting mix to use, or you don't like Miracle Grow potting mixes, or for any other reason, you can always create your own potting mix by mixing up peat moss, perlite, vermiculite, and compost. And as you can see here, the pepper plant has already started producing. The first one to be produced is actually the cayenne pepper. And you can see a lot of small cayenne peppers being produced right now. So the first peppers that we are harvesting are the cayenne peppers. And as you can see, this plant has produced a lot of cayenne peppers. Now I found that the look of this cayenne pepper was a little different. It's a less shriveled variety of pepper, and the heat was also a little less. So it is a type of cayenne, but it's definitely not a super hot cayenne. The best thing I like about growing Fiesta peppers is that you never know what kind of pepper the plant will produce. The seed packet is usually a mix of cayenne pepper, bell pepper, chocolate bell peppers, green peppers, yellow peppers. It's really an interesting mix of peppers that you grow. And I'm sure that most of you eat a lot of types of peppers. Some of us don't like super hot peppers, so it's a good thing that the Fiesta peppers are not that spicy. So it's a fun way to grow pepper plants in your garden. And especially if you have one whiskey barrel, you can see that you're growing about 5 pepper plants, which is quite a lot of peppers. So as you can see now, the cayenne pepper plant is fully loaded with peppers. There are a lot of peppers on this plant, and it's gonna take me some time to harvest some of these. Really good looking peppers, very healthy. Look at the pepper plant itself, it's very healthy, the peppers are good. That's what you should aim for. So the other pepper variety that's growing amongst the Fiesta peppers is the green bell pepper. The green bell pepper is actually one of the most common bell peppers that you would use, and you can use it in a variety of dishes, salads, stir fries, you name it, you can use it. And as you can see, the plant is actually loaded with these bell peppers, and they're pretty good sized peppers. And remember that for this season I really didn't add a lot of fertilizer to these pepper plants. I just used a good quality potting mix, and I did bathe these plants with Epsom salt once in about a month or two. And this has resulted in great looking peppers that are healthy, very productive, and for a whiskey barrel of this size, I would say that it's quite a productive season for peppers. So as you can see, we've harvested a lot of healthy green bell peppers that are very good sized, and they are very disease free, and there's no insect damage on these plants. Pretty much what you should aim for when you're growing peppers. And for growing peppers, I have already explained the tips, what kind of fertilizing schedule to use, what kind of supports to use in my other video for growing peppers, which you can see on your screen right now. You can click that link to see the original video. And here you can see lovely peppers being harvested. So we will now be harvesting some yellow bell peppers. As you can see, the peppers are still green. So at this stage you wouldn't really know whether it's a yellow bell pepper or a green bell pepper, because all peppers turn green when they start out, and then when they eventually ripen, they change their color and turn into either yellow or red, orange, even chocolate color depending on the pepper variety. So you just have to wait patiently for the peppers to ripen. And when it does ripen, you can see that it will have a tinge of the color that the pepper is. So these are yellow bell peppers. They started out green and they turned yellow, and they still have that green tinge on them, which will eventually go away as they ripen completely and turn yellow. So we will now be harvesting these yellow bell peppers. Remember that if you have a little bit of a green tinge on them, that's perfectly fine. They will eventually turn completely yellow at room temperatures inside. The same goes for red bell peppers as well. Once you harvest the peppers, just leave them at room temperatures and they will attain their color they're supposed to. But just make sure they ripen a little bit on the vine before you harvest them. And those are really great looking bell peppers. Yellow bell peppers taste amazingly different and very nice. You should grow a lot of pepper varieties to experience the flavors of all varieties of peppers. So at the end of the season, after harvesting all the peppers, I trimmed down all these plants so that they start growing again. And peppers are perennial, so they will keep growing. I might be able to get a few more harvests out of these pepper plants. So I hope you like this video. I'll see you again soon. Happy gardening.